Do you have Achilles tendon pain that just won't quit? Maybe it's keeping you from running, affecting your sports performance, or even bothering you when you walk around. You're definitely not alone in this. This is a common issue that many people face, and it can be pretty limiting. But what's actually going on? Well, in this video, we'll be diving into what's happening inside your tendon and explain exactly why you're experiencing pain. To really understand your tendon pain, we need to dive into a little anatomy. Tendons are the connectors between muscles and bones, transferring the power your muscles generate when they contract so that you can move. Your Achilles tendon is part of your calf muscle, and its main job is to point your foot down. This motion is known as plantar flexion, and is key for walking, running, and jumping, helping to propel your body forward. Since it's responsible for these powerful movements, the Achilles tendon deals with some serious forces, sometimes up to 10 times your body weight. So it's safe to say this tendon works pretty hard. Just to put things into perspective, you take about 2,000 steps when running a mile. Now multiply that by how many miles you run in a week, a month, or even a year. So it's no surprise that the Achilles tendon tends to get overused. Around 80% of distance runners report to have experienced Achilles tendon pain at some point in their life. And unfortunately, the longer this issue goes on, the worse it can get. What usually starts out as a mild annoyance often gets progressively worse if you try to push through it. And if it goes unchecked for too long, recovery can take a couple of months to over a year, and re-injury becomes a serious risk, especially if you rush back to your sport. But what is exactly going on here? While pain is the main symptom, it's not the primary issue at hand. When you zoom in, you will notice that the tendon structure actually begins to change. You see, when a tendon gets irritated, the body responds with inflammation to kickstart the healing process. This inflammation helps repair the damaged tissue, and typically, the tendon heals on its own over time. However, if the healing process is repeatedly interrupted, like when the tendon is overloaded when running or doing other activities, the injury progresses faster than it can heal, causing the tendon to start breaking down. This is because when a tendon is injured, the body responds by sending a form of protein called collagen to the area to begin rebuilding the tendon. Tendons are mostly made up of type 1 collagen, which keeps them strong and flexible. But early in the healing process, the body sends type 3 collagen, which isn't as strong or organized as type 1. Normally over time, type 3 gets replaced by type 1. But if you keep overloading the tendon, the body keeps producing type 3 collagen, which leads to a buildup of weaker and weaker tissue. This makes the tendon thicker, but not as functional. Eventually, this imbalance weakens the tendon even further, causing more pain, less movement, and higher risk of tearing. Achilles tendon pain often begins with stiffness in the morning or after long periods of sitting, and you might also notice pain when pressing on the tendon or discomfort during activities like running or jumping. Initially, the pain might only appear at the start of your workout, but then eases as you go. Eventually, this imbalance weakens the tendon, causing more pain and higher risk of injury. You'll experience an eventual drop in performance, whether it's walking and running distance, slower running times, or reduced jumping power. Now that we know what Achilles tendon pain is and why it develops, how do you get it to go away? Well, check out this next video where we dive into what research says is the best treatments for Achilles tendon pain.